Morning, Facebook. How are we doing? Is it morning still, actually? I don't actually have a watch on today. I think it's probably about midday. So good morning or good afternoon, depending on whichever we are. How are we doing? How is everybody doing? So, little update from the Cogito cottage in the countryside today. I've done a bit of a workout this morning. I've had some calls with our accountants and our head of finance. Some calls with the team in terms of our tech and our online training that we're delivering tomorrow instead of our live event that we were due to deliver tomorrow. If anyone else, by the way, needs a link to get a ticket to come onto that, PM me and I'll send it to you. It's tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock. Today's video, I wanted to just talk about what life looks like after coronavirus, right? Now, the reason that's triggered this video is that I had a really lovely human being email me in the last couple of days telling me that because I'm trying to continue running my business, because I've created a new product for my clients to access online training rather than live events, that basically I'm a leech and trying to keep my business afloat during a time of crisis makes me greedy. So I've got an opinion on this, okay? And I've responded to them directly, and I'm not naming any names for a little minute because I don't think it's fair. But what I really want people to understand is that we are going to go through this process, however long this lasts, however long this takes, okay? We're going to go through this quarantine. We're going to hit a point where we start to come out the back end. We all must understand that there is life after this situation. A business has to happen later. What we can't all do is just stop, because if we all stop, the whole system breaks, right? So this lovely lady who's called me a leech because I'm still running my business, even though we're in this time of craziness, her opinion is that I should basically just be battening down the hatches and not doing anything that generates revenue for my business in a time of crisis. My thoughts on this, and something that I think you guys should all be very aware of, is that if you don't continue to generate revenue in your business, then when we come out the back of this, you're unlikely to have a business left. Yeah? I am generating revenue in my business because I need to pay my rent still. I need to pay my staff salaries still to be able to protect their jobs so that they can still pay their mortgages and feed their children and pay their bills. If I don't generate revenue in the business now and continue to do that throughout this crisis on the assumption that we will have a solution at some point and we will come out the back end of this, if I don't do that now today, then I let down all those people that rely on me as the business owner to generate revenue for our business so that they can live their life, right? I have a responsibility to do that for my team. I also need to pay my own mortgages. Yeah, I have a mortgage on this house that I live in. I still need to pay my bills. So if I just stop working and I don't supply a solution or serve my clients during this time, then I lose the roof that's over my head that I worked really fucking hard to get in the first place. That's not an option for me. So as a business owner, I have a responsibility to my business, my staff, myself, my husband to a degree, and the partnership that we have, that I can still generate revenue in the business, because we will get to a point where this is finished and we're out the other end of it. And we want life to go back to normal as much as it possibly can. Now, I appreciate that we are in a time of crisis and life is not right now carrying on as usual, and it shouldn't be. I think we have a responsibility to go on lockdown. We have a responsibility to isolate where possible. We have a responsibility to make sure that if we are having to be around people, we are social distancing. We are using hand sanitizer. We're washing our hands. We're trying our very fucking best to kill this thing off in the way that we're being advised to. But what you have to understand is that there will be life after this. And if you do not prepare for that, if you do not start to think about that now and take actions now, in 3 months' time, your businesses are going to be going broke. You're not going to be able to pay your mortgages. You're not going to be able to pay back the loans that you've taken. You're not going to be able to run your car and all these different things, okay? I am astounded that people who claim to run businesses are saying to me that I should just stop working, I should stop selling, I should stop the lifeblood into my business. How can you possibly expect any sensible business owner to stop generating revenue? It's the lifeblood of what we do. Now, I am running an event tomorrow. I've made no apologies for that. Yes, we're generating a bit of revenue. I mean, we're charging £60 plus VAT, by the way, for 7 hours of training. Just to put this into perspective, we're not asking for thousands. It's £60 plus VAT for 7 hours of training with 4 trainers that all need to be paid. So we're doing it at cost ultimately, but we're trying to keep things going. You have to understand, and you need to make choices in your business today, moving forwards, that will impact positively in 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks. Because if you don't, if you just kind of stop working now and stop doing anything at all because people have got an opinion about you making money, even in a time of crisis, then you're going to get stuck. Don't worry about what other people's opinions of you are. Stick with your own ethical benchmarks. Whatever your ethic levels are, stick with them. Remember that revenue is the lifeblood of your business. Without it, you go broke. Without it, you don't feed your children. Without it, you don't pay your bills. Without it, you lose the roof over your head that you worked so hard to get. So please don't be driven by other people's ridiculous comments. My phone went funny then. That you should just stop working because we're in a time of crisis, because you absolutely shouldn't. Keep up the good work. Keep nailing it. I know it's distracting right now, and I know it's fucking hard right now to know where to focus and what to do. If I can help anybody, please just drop me a message. Have an amazing day, guys. I'm jumping into the office now to get on with my slides for tomorrow. Big love. I'll catch you later. Bye.